Good afternoon, boxing fans. Anthony with Bleachers Bone Gaming, and we are back to our Lineal Heavyweight Championship of the World featuring Glory Days Boxing, available at sidelinestrategy.com. And in today's matchup, this will be should be an epic fight. This features the second actual true lineal champion to make his debut in this replay, Bob Fitzsimmons, going up against the reigning and first-time defending champion Peter Jackson, who dismantled Denver Ed Smith, a surprise winner of the championship in his last fight. This is a fight that should be an epic contest. The traits here, Jackson counterpoint has a +1 to all counters that land. And Bob Fitzsimmons, known for his renowned solar plexus punch, which he used to dethrone champion gentleman Jim Corbett in real life, who is actually up to get the next shot at the lineal title here in the replay. Vicious body puncher, and Fitzsimmons is credited by many boxing historians as one of the fighters who really made the body punch a true weapon. So two powerful punchers, especially Fitzsimmons, who has a power rating of 6. Fitz is a little chinny, and the thing here is Fitz really was a little bit, I guess, early in terms of where his true niche as a boxer would be. He natural light heavyweight, and actually he fought more as what would be classified as a super middleweight today in the high 160s, but definitely would have found a sweet spot in the light heavyweight division, which was not formed until 1903 officially, at which point Fitzsimmons was getting towards the end of his career. So a lot of interesting dynamics in this one. And again, with that body snatcher trait, Jackson cannot block inside punches. And Matt, welcome, buddy. I gotta catch up. I go and check your Dynasty every day, man. It's really I really enjoy following that. You're getting a lot of fights in too, so appreciate that. Appreciate you showcasing the game as well. In this one, the officials today, Mills Lane, who is a very strict referee, so it'll be a +2 to foul ratings, which will move. It shouldn't come into play. Jackson's will go from a 3 to a 5. Fitz's from a 5 to a 7. He's normal on stoppages, and our 3 judges, Larry Rosadia, John Keane, and Samuel Condi, all normal. So hopefully we don't have any funny scoring as we're set to get going. Fighters in the corner, 15 rounds for the Glory Days Boxing Lineal Heavyweight Championship of the World. Stamina, 100 for Jackson, 105 for Fitz, and we are underway. So right out of the gate, looking to work from the outside is Jackson. It's going to be toe-to-toe from the outside. Jackson goes first, and just like in his last fight against Denver Ed Smith, where he took the title, having a little trouble finding the range. Fitzsimmons, no issues at all with him as he cracks Jackson with 2 solid punches. And the crowd roars its approval as this one's underway. Jackson, though, moves inside. He's going to take control there, and 25. That'll be a 3-punch salvo. Defensive check for Fitzsimmons, who is an average defensive fighter. He's going to take all those punches. Fighter circling, again, looking for a very competitive fight. Oh, one thing I'm going to do in this one, too, is I'm going to use my alternate, I guess, CompuBox method for tracking total punches thrown. So that we'll add that statistic in as well as we go. So Jackson still looking to work from the inside, and he retains control. So looking very sharp in close, lands 2 punches. Fitzsimmons defensively is going to take both of them. 2 minutes to go in the opening canto. As the fighters measure distance, Jackson goes back outside where Fitzsimmons is going to take control from him. And 43 Fitz. Nice jab and a cross get through. No possible knockdown there, as looking to block is Jackson. And Jackson, he's actually going to take both of those punches away. So never mind there. And this fight, doing the CompuBox stats will take a little bit longer, as I want to keep track of those accurately. So Jackson now circles, looks to duck back inside where he's been successful. Fitz is going to meet him there. They're going to go toe-to-toe. Fitzsimmons first, and a possible cut as Fitzsimmons gets home with 3 punches, as both of them fire 6 in this exchange. But Jackson, possible knockdown and a big 5-punch salvo. Peter Jackson going to town. So we will check the cut first, as Fitz had momentum, and this could be interesting. So Jackson cuts on a 5 or less. He's okay. Fitzsimmons, like I said, he's chinny. 10, and he takes that, no problem. Fitzsimmons gets hurt on an 8 or less when he's fresh. 5 and a 6. Jackson working from the outside. He's going to be in control from out there. And 43 finds his range nicely as a short, hard punch or a short, hard combination gets through. And defensively, Fitzsimmons can't defend any of those. Minute left to go in the round. Fighters back to ring center, Mills Lane. Not much to do thus far as Jackson ducks inside. He's going to have 2 stars there. He's going to take control yet again. And another possible knockdown as Jackson, 29. Another 3-punch combination gets through. And Fitz in trouble early in this one. And chin check for Fitzsimmons, but he shakes that off as well. So 2 big power shots for Jackson in this round. Fitz is able to shake both of them off. 2 stars from the inside, but Jackson, he is being tough on the inside and taking control in there. 25 will be another 3-punch combination. And defensively, Fitz, 9 is going to take them both final 20 seconds of the round. Punches thrown so far, 47 to 19 in favor of Peter Jackson, as well as an 18 to 5 land advantage. As it's going to be toe-to-toe from the inside to close around. Jackson goes first, 52. Short, hard punches again from the inside get through. Looking to fire back is Fitzsimmons and close this round out on a positive note. Would have been a possible knockdown, but he's going to miss instead, and that is the end of the round, folks. So a very interesting first round. Jackson coming out much quicker than he did in his last fight. When he took the title, he lands 20 of 53 punches. Very good connect percentage in this round. Fitzsimmons is only 5 of 25, and with a big 15-punch differential, this could be a possible 10-8 round for Jackson. He also staggered Fitzsimmons. Didn't stagger him, but landed a couple of heavy shots. And even more important, stamina. Jackson takes Fitzsimmons down to 85 heading into round number 2. And Jackson now has the advantage in stamina as he still has 95. We're ready to go. Big Paulie's World of Sports has joined us ringside. How are you doing? Hope you are having a good afternoon. This should be a very fun and competitive fight. Jackson, though, a dominating first round as here we go. Round number 2 underway. Jackson comes out and once again, reset my CompuBox numbers. Jackson takes control from the outside. He's going to miss. Now, remember, he had this problem against Denver Ed Smith quite a bit, and Fitzsimmons tries to fire back, unable to counter. As Jackson in control with momentum. And Jackson again from the inside, and it's going to be toe-to-toe. Peter Jackson goes first, and they are going to fall into a clinch, so neither with any punches thrown there. Mills Lane steps in, separates the 2 fighters. They get at distance again, 6-2, another toe-to-toe exchange. And again, Jackson from the inside, 85 from the inside, and that is going to be yet another clinch. So Jackson not interested in mixing it up in close and risking getting hit by that lethal solar plexus punch that Fitzsimmons throws. Jackson now looking to work from space, but ducks inside again. Fitz meets him there. Now they're going to go toe-to-toe from the inside once again. Possible knockdown, 29. 3 big blows get through for Jackson. Fitzsimmons now looking to fire back as they each throw 6 punches in this segment. Fitz, 79, and 79 is going to be a whiff chin check for Fitzsimmons. He's been caught, has not been hurt yet. 6, and Fitzsimmons is staggered. So he gets knocked back into the ropes. Jackson now is going to close in and look to finish this off. Unopposed action. Peter Jackson, 0-7. It's coming from the inside, and that's going to be a big 4-punch salvo. 7 punches landed for the round and 18. We will need to have a possible will check now for Fitzsimmons, 5 or less. Mills Lane looking at him closely. Is he going to step in? No. Fitzsimmons is able to cover up, and Mills Lane lets the fight continue. Minute 20 seconds to go in the second round. So we have our first big blow of the fight as Peter Jackson looks to capitalize, takes control from the outside. And Jackson, 49. That's going to be a short, hard 1-2 combination. Defensive check for Fitz, and Fitz is going to block one of those. So showing a little bit of life. 1 minute to go in the round. Fitzsimmons now hasn't landed anything significant at all yet in this round. 2 stars, and toe-to-toe they go from the inside. Jackson with momentum goes first and rips 4 more big punches through. Fitzsimmons, he's got to get some offense going, fires back in close, looking to go to the body, and 0-3, Honey Fitz. That's going to be a 5-punch combination landing for Fitzsimmons. So Fitzsimmons gets Jackson's attention with that. Back to ring center now. Fighter circling, and Peter Jackson, 3 stars, takes control once again from the inside. Would have been a possible knockdown, but he misses. Fitzsimmons looking to counter, 14, no. Final 20 seconds of the round. And another very dominating round for Peter Jackson. Not as much as the first, but he's definitely in control thus far. And they're going to close it out toe-to-toe from the outside. Jackson goes first. 2 punches land. And Fitzsimmons, once again, looks to end on a positive note. And that is going to be an 84, which will be a miss. So Fitzsimmons whiffs as the round comes to a close. And Peter Jackson, another decisive round, 14-5 in terms of punches landed. And in that round, Jackson threw 46 punches. Fitzsimmons once again lands 5, and he is 5 for 26 this time. So 9-punch differential, and that is going to go, unless somebody is sleeping, that will all go to Jackson. And it looks like all 3 of them, for whatever reason, contemplated giving Fitzsimmons the round. So round number 3 in this one, and both fighters standing up in their corners. Jackson definitely looking much sharper than he did in his title-winning effort. Bell rings. Fighters come out. Jackson, 2 stars from the inside or outside, takes control. And 91 from the outside. That is going to be a clinch. No punches land. So Fitzsimmons complaining as Jackson grabs him. Mills Lane separates him, tells him, shut up and fight. Fitzsimmons looks to oblige. And 2 stars from the outside, 2 stars from the inside. They're going to go toe-to-toe. Jackson goes first. And 5 big shots get through and another possible knockdown. Fitzsimmons has not been down, but he's been hurt. Fitz fires back, and Fitzsimmons, a possible knockdown for him as well. A whistling exchange from the outside. 4 punches get through for Fitz. And chin check first for Fitzsimmons, 8 or less. And he shakes him off. Can Jackson do the same? 5, and Jackson is staggered. Jackson reeling back into the ropes. Fitzsimmons now looks to press the advantage. He'll go unopposed in this segment. Fitzsimmons, it's going to come from the inside, and another possible knockdown. 26 is going to be a 3-punch combination. And Jackson, first a chin check, and then we will have a will check. Chin check, and he's okay there. Will check now. I'm sorry, he's actually, no, he's good, he's good. Will check, 3 or less. He should be okay, and he shakes it off. So Bob Fitzsimmons, Jackson definitely now knows he is in a war as both fighters reset. 2 minutes to go in the round as Jackson looks to work from the outside now. It's going to be toe-to-toe, though, and going first is Fitzsimmons. Fitzsimmons, 2 punches land and a possible cut. Peter Jackson fires back. 82, and that is going to be his standard miss from outside. Cut rating for Jackson is a 5 and 2. He's going to have some facial damage as Fitzsimmons, a slicing hook gets through, and there's going to be a cut on the left eye of Peter Jackson. So again, no danger of any intervention by the referee or ringside doctor at this point, but that will be something to keep an eye on as the fight progresses. Fitzsimmons, though, definitely has joined this fight, having his best round. It's still early, of course, as Peter Jackson, 2 stars from the inside, and another toe-to-toe exchange, possible knockdown. Fitz goes first, 27, and 3 big punches get through for Fitzsimmons. Peter Jackson looking to keep pace, and we have had some heavy leather getting exchanged here. 27, Jackson does. He gets in 3 punches of his own. But the knockdown is going to come from Fitzsimmons, and chin check, 14. Peter Jackson shakes that off. No worries at all. Both fighters throwing bombs early in this one. Nobody's been down yet. Both have been hurt. Peter Jackson working from the inside, and it's going to be toe-to-toe. Fitzsimmons, though, first from the outside, 89. That is going to be a miss. Peter Jackson. That marks 3 consecutive segments of a vicious toe-to-toe action as Peter Jackson gets through with a couple of punches. No potential knockdown as we move into the final minute of the round. 3 working inside, Jackson, 2 stars outside for Fitz. And Jackson landing, took control in that last round. It's going to be toe-to-toe from the inside, 44. 2 punches get through for Peter Jackson, and 10, no cut or knockdown. Fitz fires back. 19 from the inside, and 4 big punches get through for Fitzsimmons, and another possible knockdown for Fitz. Jackson, chin check, and 10, shakes that off. 40 seconds to go in the round. Some good action. We've had 4 toe-to-toe segments in a row, both fighters firing away, but working inside as Fitzsimmons ducks, takes control, and misses, and looking to counter now, Peter Jackson. 9, can't do it. Last 20 seconds of the round. Best action round of the fight. Both fighters in double figures, punches landed. Jackson works from the inside, 2 stars. 2 stars for Fitzsimmons from the inside as well. And Fitz with momentum. He's going to go first on the toe-to-toe exchange, and another possible knockdown as Fitzsimmons rattles home 4 more punches. Unbelievable. Both fighters wailing away at ring center. Looking to fire back is Peter Jackson. Fitz is throwing bombs in this one, 83, and that's going to be a clinch. So that's going to take 3 of those punches away, but we still have to do a chin check, folks. That also changes the number of punches landed from 6, or thrown from 6 apiece to 3. Chin check, and bell rings. Jackson shakes it off, walks back to his corner. What a great action round. 17 to 12 punches landed, and these guys, Jackson's been in double figures all 3 rounds thus far, and definitely the first good round for Fitzsimmons. Jackson in that round, 12 of 37 punches landed, and Fitzsimmons a very good connect percentage, 17 of 47, and with a 5-punch differential. See how the judges score this. Fitzsimmons looking to take his first round of the fight. So fighters in their corners as we are set for round number 4, stamina situation. Looking good at this point. It's not going too much longer at the pace they're going. Jackson has 73 and Fitz has 59. Fitzsimmons a little bit more to worry about there thus far. So fighters up in their corners. Here we go. Round number 4, bell rings. Fighters meet at ring center, and working from the outside, Fitzsimmons fires away first. He's going to miss. Looking to counter is Peter Jackson. He misses as well. Both fighters showing caution in this point. Round 4 just underway. It's going to be 2 stars from the inside, 2 stars from the outside, toe-to-toe, and once again with momentum. Honey Fitz goes first. He's going to get through with 3 big punches. Peter Jackson looks to fire back. Jackson from the outside, and again, he just does not do well there. He misses again as both fighters throw 6 punches in that segment. So Jackson's been very effective inside, not so much outside. He's going to have 2 stars from the inside now. He's going to take control, and a possible cut, 36. Peter Jackson, 3 punches land. Cut check for Fitzsimmons. He's okay. 2 minutes to go in the round. Fitzsimmons threw no punches that segment. His corner's imploring him to get busy. He had success when he let the hands go, and it's going to be toe-to-toe from the inside. Jackson goes first, 26 and 26. 3 big punches get through as Jackson peppers Fitzsimmons. Fitzsimmons looks to fire back now. For space and 91, that is going to be a clinch, so that takes Jackson's punches landed down to 1, and also adjust the punches thrown in the segment, 3-3 for a toe-to-toe. As we move on, Mills Lane separates the fighters. Jackson, 1 star from the outside, or inside, toe-to-toe. Jackson goes first, 66. He's going to miss. Fitzsimmons looking to work the body with that famed solar plexus punch, 35. Lead cross, and 2 jabs get through and a possible knockdown. Chin check now for Jackson, and Jackson shakes it off, no problem. He has taken some heavy blows. Both fighters have absorbed some punishment thus far. As we move into the final minute, 20 seconds of the round, Peter Jackson looking to work from the outside, and it's going to be toe-to-toe. Fitzsimmons first from the inside, 39, and Fitz snaps a jab and a cross. They both get through. Jackson looking to fire back. 32, and Jackson gets home with 3 punches of his own. So very even exchange as Mills Lane. Hands are free. Fight. 1 minute to go in the round. Peter Jackson from the inside, 1 stars, but Fitz is going to take control, and take control indeed from the inside. 4 punches get through for Fitzsimmons. 12 looking to defend is Jackson. He takes them all. Fitzsimmons throwing more punches so far in this round, 35-32. 40 seconds to go in the stanza. Jackson from the outside, 2 stars. Toe-to-toe, though, is Fitzsimmons from the inside has 2 stars. And it's been an exhausting round. He's going to just fall into a clinch. Neither fighter throws. 20 seconds left in the round. Mills Lane hasn't had much to do, but he separates him, tells him to get busy. And it's going to be Fitzsimmons leading a toe-to-toe exchange from the inside. 25, and 3 punches get through. Possible cut. Jackson fires back. As the round comes to a close, he misses. Cut check for Peter Jackson, and 14, and no further damage to the eye. As the bell rings, fighters go back to their corners. So the action slowed a little bit in that round. The pace early, Jackson throwing a lot more punches. He lands 7 punches in this round. He threw a total of 38. And for Fitzsimmons, another very good round. He is 15 out of 41, so a decent connect percentage there. And 8-punch differential. It should be another round that will favor Fitzsimmons, but you never know with the judges. So through 4 rounds, it has turned into a pretty even fight. Jackson got off to a red-hot start in the first 2. And Fitzsimmons has definitely made his mark in the last 2. So most ringsiders say this fight's even as we head into the 5th. Once again, scheduled for 15. IDJ in the house. What's up, buddy? Definitely some more boxing action. And welcome, RJ. Good to see you. Got a real competitive fight going thus far, even through 4. Fitzsimmons enters around with momentum. Jackson, though, 2 stars from the inside, is going to take control, and it is going to be series of jabs and crosses get through, and Fitzsimmons has a cut check. 17, no damage. So Jackson starting the 5th like he started the fight, coming out like a house on fire here in round number 5. And Fitzsimmons needs to get some of that momentum back. Jackson working from the inside. That's going to be 1 star. Toe-to-toe from the inside. Jackson goes first, 56, and 56 just out of range. He misses, and we've had some good toe-to-toe action in this one. Fitzsimmons fires back. Fitzsimmons does not. Connects with multiple shots. 4 punches land. Jackson shakes him off, gets space, probes with the jab. Circling now to his right. Jackson from the inside, 1 star, and it's going to be toe-to-toe from the outside. Going first is Fitzsimmons, and he is going to get credited for a potential foul And again, Mills Lane, it is going to be a foul. He increases foul ratings by 2. 18, and that is going to be a warning for a rabbit punch. Something you do not see very often. Jackson now, his toe-to-toe. And 90, or 60, sorry, Jackson is going to miss. So we could have had the potential double foul situation there. Hey, what's up, Tony? Telling you, man, you got to get in. Watch some fights on ESPN. Boxing is a great sport. It's right up there with baseball. Obviously, I did it, so I like it for that reason. But, yeah, fun sport for me to watch, too. So here we go. It's going to be a toe-to-toe exchange from the inside. Fitz goes first, 0-0. Lets the hands go. 5 big punches get through. And Peter Jackson. These guys are going crazy on the toe-to-toe exchanges. Jackson looking to keep pace. Fires back. 85, and Jackson's going to clinch him. Really? After that great exchange, and again, that reduces punches thrown to 3 apiece. So Jackson, he's been the one initiating most of the clinches so far in this one as he looks to work from the outside. It's going to be another toe-to-toe, though, and going first is Fitzsimmons. Fitzsimmons lets the hands go. 3 cracking blows get through. Jackson measures him, fires back, 54, and gets through with a couple of his own and another possible cut. So 2 punches for Peter Jackson and Fitzsimmons. Cut rating of 7, and he's okay. No facial damage there. Back to ring center, Mills Lane. Looking in, the cut over Jackson's eye, which was open in the 3rd round, seems to be taken care of by his corner at this point. Another toe-to-toe exchange, though, and Fitzsimmons goes first, 94. It's going to be a clinch. So no punches thrown. We're down to a minute to go in round number 5. And 2 egg rolls and Mai Tai. Damn. You got it, buddy. I'll throw in some wonton soup, too. Here we go. Jackson looking to work from the outside. He has no stars, and Fitzsimmons takes control from the outside. 18. Fitzsimmons really turned this fight around as 4 more punches get through. Jackson looking to defend, and 3, and Peter Jackson takes one of those punches away. So good job by Jackson on defense as we enter the final 40 seconds of round number 5. Neither fighter's been down. Jackson, that cut that occurred in the 3rd round, it has not been a problem so far. He's got 2 stars from the outside. Fitzsimmons 2 from the inside. Toe-to-toe they go. This time Fitzsimmons initiates the clinch. As we are down to the final 20 seconds of the round, Fitzsimmons, he's done got the better of the work in this round. He might be content to hang on, but no, he ducks in and takes control from the inside now. 38 for Fitzsimmons. Snaps a jab and a cross in there and looking to defend. Almost a knockdown chance. Jackson takes them both, and that is the round. So once again, another good round for Fitzsimmons. 14-7 punches landed. 2nd round in a row, Jackson has been held to less than double figures. In fact, he only threw 28 punches in that round, 7-28 connect. And 14 punches thrown for Fitzsimmons out of 35. Another decent connect percentage. 7-punch differential as the judges will do their duty. So thus far, guys, very consistent scoring with the judges. And again, 3 judges, Rosadia, Condi, and who else I pick? And John Keane all are very neutral in terms of scoring fights. So we're ready to go round number 6. And standing up in the respective corners, thus far, looking at our CompuBox numbers through 5 rounds, a third of the way through this championship encounter, Jackson has landed 60 of 202 punches thrown, and Bob Fitzsimmons 56 of 174. So very close in terms of punches landed. Fitzsimmons with the higher connect percentage. Here we go, round number 6 underway. Stamina, 45 for Fitz, 44 for Jackson. Jackson working from the outside. He's going to take control. Lets the hands go. 57 would have been a possible knockdown, but he misses once again. Jackson not fighting effectively from the outside. He had issues his last fight when he took the title again, as I mentioned. So fighters reset. Fitzsimmons shakes his head and smiles as that huge right hand just misconnecting. That could have put him down. Fitzsimmons now takes control from the outside. He says, I'll show you how it's done. Snaps off a jab and a cross, and taking them both is Jackson. Uh-oh, fighters clinch, and again the ring comes into play. Ropes too low. Going from the inside is Jackson. It's going to be toe-to-toe. Fitz goes first. Coming from the outside, 41. Fitzsimmons, 2 more punches get through and a possible cut to Jackson. We will come back to that as Jackson fires away. And 89, once again, Jackson not doing a thing from the outside. Cut check, and Jackson already was cut. He's going to be recut. So 10 or less, that cut over the eye is reopened, and it is reopened. Second time, cut over the left eye has occurred. And Mills Lane is stopping the fight. He's going to have the doctor come in and look. And Jackson pleading, I'm okay. Doctor takes a look at it. Is he going to let the fight continue? He does. He says, you are correct. You're good to go. So a big sigh of relief from Jackson's supporters. There's Fitzsimmons. Approaches center of the ring. Mills Lane waves them back together, and Jackson working with 1 star from the inside. Fitzsimmons, he's going to lose control as Jackson steps in tight. Maybe feel a little bit of desperation. 3 punches land. Defensive check for Fitzsimmons, and Fitz takes them all. So Peter Jackson now sensing a little bit of desperation that the doctor's been called to look at that cut once. Doesn't want that to happen again as he looks to work from the inside. 1 star, probably not where he wants to be as Fitzsimmons takes control, and possible knockdown for Fitzsimmons. 4 big punches get through. Chin check for Jackson, and Jackson shakes it off and smiles. Fighters work back to ring center now. Fitzsimmons, he's had more power shot opportunities so far in this one. Jackson's had his share, though, as Jackson takes control now from the outside. And again, Jackson misses. Missing opportunities to land, and Fitzsimmons unable to counterpunch him as we go into the final minute of the 6th round. Peter Jackson works inside. He's got control again, 52, and able to snap off a couple of punches. Both land. As looking to counter is block is Fitzsimmons. Fitzsimmons takes them. So Jackson, his work rate has gone back up in this round. Going to get over 40 punches thrown again, and he's got 2 stars from the outside, and he's going to take control. 0-2, and a 5-punch blistering salvo lands. Fitzsimmons, is he going to take all of them? He does. 20 seconds to go in the round. And Jackson now getting back into the fight. Fight has been back and forth the entire time. Jackson's corner imploring him to finish with a flurry, and he does, taking control from the outside, but 80, he is going to miss, and a counter opportunity for Fitzsimmons as the round comes to a close, and Fitz cranks a hook and a vicious body shot. 2 punches get through at the bell, and the fighters head back to their corners as the crowd once again roars their approval, and that was a dead even round, 10-10. So once again, we have an extremely close fight going. Again, each fighter lands 10 punches in that round. And for Jackson, it was 10 of 48 thrown. And Fitzsimmons, again, a much better connect percentage, 10 of 32. That's been a theme throughout this fight as we get ready for round number 7. And checking into the chat to see if Tony has got his Chinese food. It looks like he's got some duck sauce and shrimp chow mein and is waiting for his Uber. Outstanding. Nothing better than fights and Chinese food. Here we go. Round number 7. Fighters off their stools. Mills Lane checks the timekeeper. Bell rings, waves a fighter together. Here we go. Very competitive fight again for the Glory Days Boxing Lineal Heavyweight Championship of the world. And Jackson taking control from the outside. He's going to have a possible knockdown as he gets home with 2 punches there, and chin check for Fitz. And again, Fitz a little bit chinny, takes him, And he hasn't had to withstand a chin check for a few rounds now. Jackson caught him there, though, got his attention. Fitzsimmons showing some resiliency as he takes control now from the inside. 57, he's going to miss. Jackson's going to look to counter. 16, can't do it. 2 minutes, 20 seconds to go in the 7th round. Fighter circling, and Jackson once again looking to work from the inside, and Fitz is going to beat him there, though. Let the hands go first, and 0-7 from the inside. 4 punches connect. Defensive check for Peter Jackson, and Jackson eats all those punches. And once again, Fitzsimmons with the better connect percentage. Jackson now looking to regain control. Works inside. It's going to be toe-to-toe, though, and Fitzsimmons goes first from the inside. He's going to miss. First toe-to-toe exchange of the round, and firing back is Peter Jackson. He misses as well. So very disappointing there, both in close. Neither could get any significant blows home. Fitzsimmons takes control again from the inside, but he's going to miss, and Jackson will look to counter him. Jackson, his counter has not been on point today, and he has that trait counterpoint, which gives him a bonus punch landed. Fortunately, he has not been able to do it. Minute 20 to go in the round, and 2 stars for Jackson. Another toe-to-toe exchange, this time from the outside. Fitzsimmons would have been a possible knockdown, but he misses. Jackson's going to fire back now, and Jackson from the outside, 54, and he misses as well. So into the final minute of the round, neither fighter able to connect from distance as Jackson looks to work inside. Instead, he gets caught in another toe-to-toe with Fitz. Fitz going first once again. 2 punches get through for Fitzsimmons. Jackson fires back. Crowd loves these toe-to-toe exchanges, and Jackson gets through with 2 punches of his own. So both fighters engaging. They've just been wild, each of them in this round, as we head to the final 40 seconds. And this round can still be stolen as Jackson has 1 star. It's going to be toe-to-toe from the outside. And Jackson, who took control last time, 54, he's going to get through 2 more punches and just missed a possible knockdown. Fitzsimmons now fires back. And Fitz, he likes to throw from the inside. Would have been a possible knockdown, but he misses just short on a whistling hook. Grazed Jackson's chin. And Peter Jackson knows he dodged a bullet there as he works from the outside, and 3 stars. He's going to take control and miss. Looking to counter at the bell is Fitzsimmons. Can't do it. That's the round. So even in terms of output, 46 to 49, Jackson and Fitzsimmons respectively in punches thrown. Both fighters terrible connect percentages. Jackson only landed 6 punches that round, and Fitzsimmons 6 as well. So another dead even round. And this fight is as close as you would want at this point. So once again, let's see how the judges see this. So not much to really differentiate in that round, and the judges are being very conservative in their scoring on these even rounds. We're ready to go round number 8. Stamina check. It's the point where we start looking at that as we head into the 8th round. Very even there too. 28 for Jackson, 29 for Fitzsimmons. So this has been a very competitive fight, as one would expect. Here we go. Round number 8. Jackson storms out, though. Finds the space from outside. Lets the hands go. 5 big punches get through. And defensively, Fitz takes them all. So once again, Jackson out of the corner quick. He's got to be able to sustain that. Has been unable to thus far. Has started several rounds fast and then just gets sloppy, gets wild, and lets Fitzsimmons back in the round. So 3 going to be 2 stars from the inside, and Jackson, though, maintains control this time, 26. 3 big punches land, and defensive check for Fitzsimmons, who has not yet thrown a punch in this round. Jackson off to an early start. Fitzsimmons, though, he has a tendency to rally, and 2 stars from the inside. Jackson still in control. He's going to miss this time, and an opportunity for Fitzsimmons to counter. And Fitz, 5, gets through with a cross there. 2 punches land for Fitzsimmons. So he takes advantage of the countering opportunity, and he takes momentum with that. Fighter circling now, 2 stars from the inside and 2 stars from the outside. Fitz first on the toe-to-toe exchange, 28 from the outside. We're going to have another possible cut as 3 punches get through. So Jackson does not want to go down that road. He lets the hands go, and 14, Jackson, 4 punches get through from him, and cut check, 7 or less, or 5 or less, I'm sorry. And Jackson, no further damage to that eye, thankfully, in his corner. Just to be happy with that. They've done a good job controlling the cut thus far. Lots of time to go, though, as Jackson loses control and taking momentum from the inside, and another possible cut as Fitzsimmons lets his hands go. 5 big punches get through. Cut check for Jackson, and no further damage to the eye. So Fitz with momentum as we head into the final minute and 20 seconds of round number 8 in this fight. Jackson still has landed more punches so far in this round. And 6-1, Jackson, 2 stars. He takes control from the inside. Possible knockdown, 26, as Jackson lets the hands go and peppers the jab and across. 3 punches land. Chin check for Fitzsimmons. 8 or less, he's in trouble. Fitzsimmons shakes it off again. He's taken some hellacious shots in this fight. Each fighter has been hurt only once. Neither fighter down. Jackson connected as good as you could there and has to be wondering what he has to do. He takes control from the outside, snaps home a couple of big punches, and defensive check for Fitz. And Fitz, a 5. He's going to add a 3rd punch to that. So this round has been all Peter Jackson. Very close fight so far. 40 seconds to go in the 8th round. Jackson from the outside. He's going to lose control as Fitzsimmons takes control from the outside. 45, and 45 is going to be 2 punches landing for Fitzsimmons. Defensive check for Jackson. Takes them both. Final 20 seconds of the round has been another good round. Fitzsimmons once again looking to storm back and maybe steal it at the bell. Can he do it? He circles, and 1 star for Jackson, 1 star for Fitzsimmons. Toe-to-toe from the outside. Honey Fitz goes first, and 20. That is going to be a nice 4-punch salvo. Jackson now fires back and looks to close out the round strong to maintain that momentum. Can he land? Lets the hands go, and he misses again from outside. So once again, he lets Fitzsimmons back into the round. Great action round. Best action round of the fight, though. 18 of 47 punches landed for Peter Jackson. And Fitzsimmons, 16 of 30, almost a 50, actually better than 50% connect percentage. So in terms of that, definitely the best showing of Fitzsimmons. Fitzsimmons, the story has been the same. He's connecting at a much higher percentage. Jackson, the busier fighter with volume. This will be a close round, though. And did Fitzsimmons do enough at the end to steal it, or did that fast start by Peter Jackson carry the round for him? Dog Daisy in the background is offering her commentary. All right, round number 9 and stamina again. This could be the last round for both of them being fresh. 12 left for Jackson and only 11 for Fitzsimmons. What has not come into play in this one as I eject the rowdy spectator from the fight, what has not come into play is Jackson's counterpoint trait. So 6, and it's going to be 2 stars for Jackson, 2 stars for Fitzsimmons, and they are going to go toe-to-toe from the inside as Fitzsimmons goes first. He carried momentum in, and they're going to fall into a clinch. Trust me, RJ, my dogs are not poor at all. Those guys get treated better than some humans do. She heard noise out there, so she likes to go investigate. But no, we treat our dogs like most people treat their kids, probably better, actually, in some cases. Our kids might say that, too. So here we go. Next segment, and Jackson taking control from the outside. 47 is he's got 3 stars, and he's going to get home with 2 punches. Oh, almost a possible knockdown. Just missed that, as Fitzsimmons, though, he defends nicely and blocks one of those. So good defense for Fitzsimmons as Jackson Going to make hay while the sun shines. He's got 2 stars from the outside. He's going to be in control again, and again, he's going to miss. So counter opportunity for Fitzsimmons, and Fitzsimmons can't do anything with that. 2 minutes, 20 seconds to go in the round. Things slowing down quite a bit as the fighters look to reserve what little stamina they have left. Jackson's going to lose control, though, as from the outside, Fitz takes control, and we're going to have a possible knockdown. 23, 3 punches land for Fitzsimmons. Jackson, chin check. Once again, 5 or less, he's in trouble. 8, he takes that no problem. Peter Jackson has taken some wicked shots from Fitzsimmons in this one. As the fighters reset at ring center, Jackson snatches back control from the inside. And once again, 2 punches get through. Defensive check for Fitz, takes them both. Very low action round, and at this rate, they will both have stamina going into the 10th as well. As Jackson with 2 stars from the outside, it's going to be toe-to-toe. Jackson initiates it. He goes first, lets the hands go, and rips off 5 big punches, snapping Fitzsimmons' head back. Fitz resets, throws back from distance. A big looping right hand, closes the action, whistles past Jackson's chin. Would have been a possible knockdown, but he just missed. And Jackson felt the wind with that one as we head into our final minute of the round. Jackson looking to get rid of Fitzsimmons' stamina. That will do him wonders, but Fitzsimmons takes control from the outside, and it's not going to matter. That will be 3 punches regardless. Defensive check for Jackson. And Peter Jackson takes them both. So 40 seconds to go now in the 9th round. Fighters reset. Jackson looking to finish with a flurry. 5s, and he takes control from the outside. Just misses a possible knockdown, but he gets through with 4 big punches, and that is going to drain the last of Fitzsimmons' stamina, as defensively, Fitz cannot do anything, takes all punches. So final 20 seconds, and Fitz is on his fatigue ratings now. And Jackson will look to take advantage of that, but he loses control. Actually, it's going to be toe-to-toe from the outside. Jackson goes first, and 43. 2 punches land for Jackson, and remember, Fitzsimmons now fatigued. He will have a -1 to any punches he lands. And, oh, being fatigued, he misses a chance for a possible knockdown and has to settle for hitting with 3 punches as the bell rings. And Jackson is still going to be fresh going into the 10th round as he lands 14 of 40 punches in that round. And Fitzsimmons, once again, a good connect rate for Fitzsimmons, lands 9 of 30, gets a decent connect rate. But more important, Fitzsimmons is now fatigued, and that is going to play a factor because his chin rating skyrockets from 4.8 to 8.14, as was his custom in real life, to fatigue. So Jackson, he's going to have a very short window at full stamina where he can hopefully take advantage of that. 5-punch differential for Jackson. And scoring has been very uncontroversial in this one. The judges have pretty much fell in line through most of the fight. So we are ready to go for round number 10. And Peter Jackson with 3 stamina, he's got a chance to get Fitzsimmons out of here if he can let the hands go and land early before he gets fatigued. And he's going to really blow that, loses control. And from the outside, Fitzsimmons, 3 from the outside, and that's going to be 5 punches reduced to 4. Jackson, if he cannot block any of them, he takes them. And that is going to be it. So now Jackson is fatigued as well. So getting that knockout opportunity is going to come a little bit harder for both men. Fitzsimmons' power fatigued is a 4 now instead of a 6. And Jackson's goes all the way down to a 2. So if he can connect, he can starch Fitzsimmons, but the key will be connecting. As Jackson takes control from the outside, he's going to miss, and Fitzsimmons looks to counter. He misses as well. It's been the story of this fight. Fitzsimmons just has been more efficient with his punches in terms of connect percentage, and we'll see if that makes a difference as Jackson takes control from the inside now. 13 lets the hands go, and 13 is going to be 4 punches reduced to 3. And looking to defend is Fitz, can't do it. So as we get into these later rounds with both fighters tired, you will see the connect percentage dip even more as Jackson again takes control from the inside. 93, and 93 will be a clinch. Neither fighter throws any punches in that segment. Jackson now circling around and works from the outside, takes control, 51, and just misses. Counter opportunity for Fitzsimmons. And Fitz can't do it. Minute 20 seconds to go in the round. Both fighters out of gas, and this one looks like it may go the difference as Jackson takes control from the outside. He's going to get credit for 1 punch land out of 2, and Fitzsimmons, can he block that? He blocks that. So Fitzsimmons' defense coming into play and saving himself taking a punch as we head into the final minute of the round. Things slowing down quite a bit as Jackson looking to work from the outside, and it's going to be toe-to-toe. Jackson goes first, 48 from the outside, 2 punches reduced to 1, and Fitz fires back, 29, and 29 is going to be 2 punches landed after the fatigue adjustment. Final 40 seconds of the round. This round has been very close. Fitzsimmons with an advantage in punches landed. We have another title change. The longest any champion has gone is 2 title offenses, and that was both Godfrey and John L. Sullivan. And Fitzsimmons taking control from the outside, 43, and would have been a possible knockdown. Defense for Jackson as his punches landed is reduced to 1. So final 20 seconds of the round. Looks to be Fitzsimmons' round thus far. As 1 star from the inside for both fighters. Fitzsimmons going to initiate a toe-to-toe exchange. Possible cut. 0-5 from the outside, and 4 punches reduced to 3. Jackson, that cut, remember, it's been checked already. Hopefully will not come back to haunt him as Jackson gets home with 2 punches. And cut check for Peter Jackson, 7, and he is a 5, so he's okay as the bell rings. So Jackson back down to double digits, landed 6 of 40 punches in that round. And actually, I did not do. The other thing is punches thrown is reduced too with my optional tracking rule. So basically they're taking 2 punches away from every punches thrown total. So Jackson in that round was 6 for 28, and Fitzsimmons 9 for 22. So we'll go to the judges' scorecards here as we head into the championship rounds. And a 3-punch differential for Fitzsimmons, so this could go either way still. But again, we've had pretty good scoring in this one. We do not have any controversial judges like Miss Adelaide Bird on the panel, so the scoring has been pretty good so far. And we're ready to go. We're in the championship rounds, folks. Round 11. Glory Days Boxing scheduled for 15, the Lineal Heavyweight Championship of the World. Both fighters fatigued. Here we go. Jackson, he's going to lose control from the outside to Fitz, and Fitz is going to miss, and Jackson unable to counter. Fighters reset. 2 minutes, 40 seconds to go in the 11th round. Whoops. And it is going to be 2 stars to 1. Jackson in control from the inside. And it's a possible knockdown. And he only connects with 1 punch. That's enough. And chin check. And Fitzsimmons hits the deck. Our first knockdown of the fight. Fitzsimmons is down. Mills Lane immediately moves in to begin the count. Can Fitzsimmons regain his feet? He is fatigued, so 8 or less. This one is over, and he regains his feet at the count of 4. But he's going to be hurt, so an unopposed action for Peter Jackson now coming up. And Jackson salvages a big right hand, and that could turn things around in this fight. He looks to move in now unopposed. And moving in, 5. It's going to be from the outside. 19. Is it going to be 3 punches or more? It is. 4 punches reduced to 3. And no, not another possible knockdown, but a will check coming up for Fitzsimmons. 9 or less. Mills Lane looking. This fight's over. Mills Lane jumps in, waves his arms, wraps him around Fitzsimmons, helpless against the ropes as Jackson fires away a shocking late round turnaround. Jackson salvages his title with an 11th round TKO. So the end coming at 56 seconds into the 11th round, an exciting fight. Peter Jackson drops Fitzsimmons, pins him against the ropes, lets the hands go. Mills Lane steps in to save Fitzsimmons from further punishment. So punch stats, a out of nowhere finish in this one. So in the final round, Jackson 4 for 16. And Fitzsimmons was 0 for 5. So we will get to the decision. Let's do our final punch stats, and we'll talk about scoring too. So the end coming at 56 seconds of round number 11. Your winner by TKO and still Glory Days Boxing Lineal Heavyweight Champion of the World, the Black Prince, Peter Jackson. So that was an extremely close fight, and Jackson has a defense, so he will look for a second, which has been Sullivan made 2 defenses, so he can look to tie Sullivan. It's going to be a tough matchup against Corbett. Let's go over the final numbers of this fight. Extremely close fight. Our final CompuBox numbers, again, using the optional punches landed. And again, if you're interested in that, if one fighter has control, he gets credit for 7 punches thrown. If he lands, the other fighter doesn't get any. If the other fighter has a chance for a counter, he'll get credit for 4 punches thrown. A toe-to-toe exchange is 6 punches each. Clinch is reduced to 3 punches, or well, take 3 off of how many ever punches are thrown. And then when fighters are fatigued, it's 2 punches off of whatever the normal punches thrown would be. So let's look at, first of all, CompuBox stats. Peter Jackson landed 118 out of 427 punches. So he landed more punches, but Fitzsimmons, a much better connect percentage. Fitz was 106 out of 337 punches. Hey, Arnold Hunter. Hey, thanks for joining us. Good to see you, buddy. Very good fight. Final scoring at the time of the stoppage through 10 rounds. Here is the scoring. Larry Rosadia had it 96-95 for Fitzsimmons. John Keane had it 97-94 for Fitzsimmons, and Samuel Condi had it 96-96. So this fight was back and forth. Fitzsimmons carried the middle rounds. Jackson took the early couple of rounds and was coming on more in the later rounds, but definitely still up for grabs. And Jackson pulled it out with a halcyon right hand in the 11th that dropped Fitzsimmons and hammered him to submission on the ropes. So this matchup turned out to be everything I thought it would be. I want to thank everyone for joining us. In the chat, again, Matt Steeler Fan 1933, check out his Glory Days Dynasty on Operation Sports in the Other Dynasties forum. Big Polly's World of Sports, check that out as well. Thank you for joining us, Big Polly, and RJL 518. He's got a payoff pitch announcer extraordinaire. Check out that great channel. IDJ joined us, and IDJ, if you're looking to maybe pick up some sports board games, he is selling some. He's got some great war game action going right now. Tony from Cards and Dice TV, thank you. I know boxing is not your sport, but Tony's the man for all your baseball needs. Strat, inside pitch, payoff pitch. He's got them all. And deep drive too, I believe. Yeah, deep drive is on there. And Arnold Hunter. So thanks to everyone who joined us at ringside tonight. Again, a great fight. Next up, I will probably do, I got the 1921 payoff pitch set yesterday, which some of you may have saw the unboxing. So I'm going to look to do a exhibition game with the Negro League All-Stars included against one of the National League teams. And then also something that came up in chat is, board games kind of keeping us sane during this COVID-19 where it's hard to do a lot of things outside of the house. And someone was asking me what else I do. And I actually try and stay very balanced. Besides board games, which I squeeze in, I work from home. I worked from home before COVID, so that wasn't a big change. But board games, and I also work out twice a day. And so someone asked about that, and I'm going to post a real quick video of my old guy stay in shape workout routine. I don't know how enjoyable that will be, but I just think it's important to have balance, and especially in our demographic, which I think a lot of us that still play these board games are over 40. I'm 57 myself, so I really pay a lot more attention. I've always been active my whole life and stayed in shape, but I pay even more attention to it now. So we'll see how that video is, but I'll put that up in the next couple of days as well. So again, thank you to everyone for joining. And hey, have you had a chance to, before I let you go, RJ, have you had a chance to look at the cards in detail? I actually did find I sorted them all into teams last night, but yeah, Ruth's pitching card, I'm not going to give him many opportunities on the mound. His pitching card in 1921 was not very good, a whole bunch of patience. In fact, I think in 9 innings, God, I'm going by memory, I think he gave up 14 hits and had a ton of walks too. So no, he's not very good as a pitcher that year, but makes up for the bat. But anyway, thank you so much to everyone for joining, and we will have those two things coming up next. And again, excited to get the 1921 payoff pitch project on the table. And for Peter Jackson, his next defense will be against another real-life lineal champion, gentleman Jim Corbett. And Jackson will be looking to get a little bit of revenge, I guess, there. Corbett, who followed Sullivan as the lineal champion in real life, was another who refused to give Peter Jackson a crack at the title, even though he deserved it. So it should be another good fight. Definitely different from this one. This was a definite slugfest. Corbett, a much more technical defensive fighter. So that fight, it could actually be somewhat boring. We'll see how it plays out. As Corbett, a very good defensive fighter. Jackson, not bad as well. And his counterpunch trait didn't really come into effect at all today. So we'll see how that plays against Corbett. So everyone have a great night, and we will see you later. This is Anthony with Bleacher Bums Gaming. Stay safe. Take care.